And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and I'm back with another video, man. So before we get started, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, man. I do this every single day. Drop a like, comment down below. Comment down below what you think of this James Harden shit, because this is nuts, but I'll talk about that later. Anyways, Season 4 of my team is in full swing right now, so right now we're going to talk about some investment opportunities and XP and just the market in general. So I'm going to talk about various things like that. So if you're not looking forward to talking about XP, skip about 2 minutes into the video. So as you can see, if you are one of the people who had Joel Embiid already and don't want to pay 20-30K for 200 XP, congratulations, man, because we got to score 45 points with 21 Joel Embiid in a single game moments challenge. Did get a 76ers 21 player, which is cool as well. So we're going to be seeing a lot more of that this season. A lot of those moments challenges are going to be in play throughout the remainder of Season 4. Now, who those are going to be, that's going to basically, on a nightly basis, kind of be determined on the NBA games. So if you're not like an avid NBA fan, I recommend at least keeping track of like the box scores and stuff like that for the games that are happening each night, because you never really know which guys are going to get those moments challenges, or honestly when they're even going to show up. So if we're looking at tonight, I mean, we got Mavericks, Hornets, Bucks, Pistons, Nets, Knicks, Lakers, Thunder, Grizzlies, Timberwolves, Pelicans, Clippers, and Trailblazers, Kings. So just kind of looking at the games, you can kind of start to get a general idea of who may get challenges. So there's obviously your big guys like Luka Doncic or things like that. Just kind of pay attention for those guys, because at some point they're going to get a moments challenge. It's just a matter of predicting when they will. So guys like Luka Doncic, or let's see, who else would be a guy? Bobby Portis right now is having a pretty good game. I'm not saying he's going to get one by any means, but let's see what's he up to right now. He's kind of trailed off. He has 11 points. Bryn Forbes has 10. Obviously, these guys are not going to get it, but I'm using Bobby Portis as an example. So if you're watching the box score or even the game, you're noticing Bobby Portis has like 25 points, which is way more than he ever averages, like ever. You could take a flyer on grabbing one or two of them for $1,500 and hoping he goes up in price, making some MT. Ja Morant, people already kind of expect him to have a big game for whatever reason, so you'll start to see when guys are playing. I don't even think they're playing necessarily a weak opponent tonight, are they? They're playing the Timberwolves tonight, who defensively are not very good, so people are kind of already selling their Ja Morants high. Timberwolves, again, like Memphis isn't very good defensively, so you could see guys like Ricky Rubio if they have a better game, or like Karl Anthony Towns. You could see their price shoot up. Same with like the Pelicans. They're playing the Clippers. So if Brandon Ingram has a big game against them, you could see him get that moments challenge and his value could shoot up. So like when it comes to random guys like this, if you have guys like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I'm not saying he's good, or JJ Redick, you know, guys who aren't very expensive, if you see those kind of guys having like an above average game, even close to like a very good game, it's not a terrible idea to spend $1,700 on JJ Redick, you know. Worst case scenario, you lose a couple hundred MT if it doesn't pan out. Trust me, this isn't like a Klay Thompson scenario. So throwbacks moments, guys. I haven't really talked about him since my pack opening video. Jason Kidd still kind of has that broken jump shot. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's not terrible. Like some people say it's like the worst jump shot in the game. I don't really think that's the case necessarily. I don't think his Jason Kidd base is really that terrible. Trust me, it could be better. But it's really not as bad as people say. Allen Houston, on the other hand, on current gen, he's 100% not worth over 100K. But on next gen, I will say that he's absolute steal for about the 150K that he's going right now. The reason for that is, look, realistically, you shouldn't be paying over 100K for a pink diamond. But on next gen, Allen Houston is an absolute beast on offense. Just because you're able to hit leaners at a way higher clip than you are in current gen. In addition to that, I mean, when it comes to shot aiming, instead of shot timing, Allen Houston is absolutely incredible. So definitely someone to look at on next gen. Avoid him on current gen. Paul Pierce, way too expensive, but at the same time, if you're a big Paul Pierce fan and you've wanted a nice Paul Pierce card all year long, he's almost identical to the Pink Diamond Season 1 reward Paul Pierce for Unlimited, down to the same badge count and everything like that. Stats-wise, I think the Pink Diamond's slightly better. Michael Carter Williams. Alright, so, like, I was probably in the conversation for the biggest Michael Carter Williams dick rider when he first entered the league. Like, his first season in the league, if you talk to any of my friends in real life, they will tell you that I was the most annoying person in the world about Michael Carter Williams. I thought this dude was going to be the second coming of Magic Johnson. Obviously, that did not work out. But same thing with the My Team guys. They really think this dude is the absolute most god tier Amethyst, which he's really good. He's a 6'6" point guard. He can play in the post. He can do a little bit of everything. He's incredibly good for sure, but is he worth 20K? Fuck no, absolutely not. No way. No way should you be paying 20K for an Amethyst right now. My advice, if you have him, sell him now, get that 20K, and then just pick him back up in a week and a half when he's like 9K. Realistically, like, if we're talking about, like, for your team, like, let's say we have an all Amethyst-based challenge coming up in Limited. Honestly, I would probably recommend, depending on your gameplay or your game type, like De'Aaron Fox, if you attack the rim a lot, probably a better option for your team anyway. And he's, like, not very much, like, not very expensive, I should say. He's, like, 5 or 6K. So I just don't think anyone should be reaching to pay 20K for Michael Carter Williams. Like, a good example, Fred VanVleet's free, and badge count wise, he's damn near identical. Yeah, there's a big height disparity, but VanVleet has gold range extender and can crack threes at a pretty high rate. He's got a really easy to time jump shot. I just don't understand why Michael Carter Williams' price has gone up so much. He's a very good Amethyst point guard, but in the grand scheme of things, like, he's not very much different than this Amethyst Lonzo Ball, so I don't really understand why all the hype is drawn towards Michael Carter Williams when this Lonzo Ball card exists, and it's not that much worse, like, at all. He's, stats-wise, they're almost identical in majority of things. Like, that 98 stamina on Michael Carter Williams is nice, that 92 lateral quickness, but Lonzo isn't far behind. He's got better tendencies. That 65 crash tendency is huge for a point guard. Badge-wise, yeah, there's a discrepancy in badge count, but Lonzo has all the important badges minus Intimidator, which, if you're doing an Amethyst only, like, limited run or something, is where you'd be using Michael Carter Williams. Like, yeah, Intimidator is kind of a big deal. It's nice to have, but it's not the end of the world if you don't have it, is my point. And Lonzo Ball is, let's see, what's he going for? Wait, where is he? Oh, there he is. Let's see, he's going for a, wow, yeah, significantly less, like 12,000 MT less. You can get Lonzo Ball for like 5K. So if you're looking for that kind of point guard for your team, selling Michael Carter Williams when he's this high and grabbing Lonzo Ball, not a terrible idea. So Walt Williams, I'm almost certain that they fucked up what positions this guy was supposed to play. I think they messed up big time. I think Paul Pierce was supposed to play small forward shooting guard, and Walt Williams was supposed to play small forward power forward, because there's no way that this 6'8", 250-pound man should be playing shooting guard in this game. Also, he's got a 78 speed with ball. Badge-wise, he's okay, but honestly, like, when it comes to the amount of really quality Ruby small forwards and shooting guards that we have available with, like, Rex Chapman, Nick Anderson, guys like that, I don't think Walt Williams is even in the conversation to crack, like, an all Ruby team at this point in the game. So it's one of those things where I don't think he's really worth the price either. I generally believe that 2K fucked that up. Like, I don't think that he was supposed to be those positions, and same with Paul Pierce. Like, I think they're supposed to be flopped. Now, if you haven't done Heat Check Domination yet, yeah, it's on Hall of Fame difficulty, but honestly, if you just attack the rim, the CPU really can't stop that. Just run like a Hawks freelance or Piston Snap freelance and just attack the rim and load it up with a bunch of guys that are fast and can attack the rim. You won't have any problems in those games, and get that done as soon as possible, because that Antoine Jameson is next level. And every time you do win a game, you get a heat check pack for that team, which can net you like an absurd amount of MT. Especially if you got guys that are like on fire, like Embiid. Yeah, he's like all the way heat checked up. Unfortunately, like heat check guys, like their badges don't increase, which I think is really dumb. I don't really understand why that is. It would make a lot more sense if their badges were to increase, but I know 2K and they'd somehow make it incredibly unbalanced. Like these cards are always really good at the beginning of the year, because every card has basically the same badge count. But like Lillard, I drew from a heat check pack and sold for 150K on Friday, which is absurd. But the heat check guys are other guys you can make money because MT. I have a feeling that heat check is going to be really, really important for limited this year because they're going to want to hype it. So if you guys haven't done these challenges, which is the first spotlights that we've gotten, the other ones don't really count. They don't lock in for anything. They're all pretty easy. This one you might have an issue with, which is get 2 steals in triple threat. If you don't have guys like Isaiah Thomas or like Chauncey Billups, which are honestly really good at stripping the ball themselves, or these 2 guys, like either free agent Allen Iverson or the free pink diamond Allen Iverson. If you have either of those guys, they are incredibly, incredibly important to getting 2 steals. But if you want to go more on a budget side, like Ruby Matisse Thybulle is one of the best, I guess the best word is thieves in this game, especially at that price range. Like Wesley Matthews is okay, but he lacks that gold pickpocket, which you're going to want to use. Just because you kind of got to remember, Lou Dort's really good, actually. He's low to the ground at 6'3", too. That's why it makes Allen Iverson so effective at stealing the balls. He's so low to the ground at 6 foot that he can just swipe it off of taller ball handlers regardless of their stats. But Lou Dort's got really good tendencies as well. He's like discard value. He's got that gold pickpocket. But you're going to be going up against Michael Carter-Williams, the Amethyst, a gold Thaddeus Young, and Ruby Evan Turner. So you're going to want to make sure your 2 larger guys on the squad are going to be the ones swiping the ball, because Michael Carter-Williams is pretty difficult to swipe the ball from. I don't know what's up with the Pro CPU, but they just like refuse to allow you to swipe the ball. Either way, man, it's a pain in the ass, but these challenges are definitely worth completing just because you're getting that free pack at the end, plus a bunch of other stuff. And you're getting a free reward card who's honestly really good. Where is he? I talked about Van Vliet a little bit earlier, but Fred Van Vliet is really, really nice. Who the lock-in's going to be for Spotlight this season is who fucking knows, man. But Fred Van Vliet is at least a really nice card, and if you need an elite, I would call him an elite Amethyst point guard at this stage. I mean, he's got a pretty money jump shot. He's got every badge you need. He's got that 70 crash tendency, 90 contest. Like, he's got great tendencies, 42 badges total. Pretty much every important badge you need. Clamps, interceptor. He lacks intimidator, but whatever. Quick first step. He's got all the handling badges, range extender, floor general. He does lack like ankle breaker, pickpocket, intimidator, and I think Deadeye. Yeah, and Deadeye. So, I mean, he definitely has some issues, but at the same time, for a free card, he's incredible. And honestly, the Spotlight guys have been really good this year. Like, well, the last 2 seasons, I should say, because Mo Spates and Daniel Gibson are next-level Amethyst cards, in my opinion. Dennis Scott's okay. Rick Fox is okay for some people. Oakley kind of sucks, but I think that trend is going to continue. We're going to get a bunch of really good Amethysts, which is going to be important this year, or this season. I keep saying year for some reason. Just because we're going to get a lot of Amethyst-based challenges. And it's going to lock in for what I can only assume is like a pretty okay pink diamond. I don't think they're giving us an opal this time, but I think we'll get like a high-tier pink diamond, like a 96 overall. So, if you are looking to complete any sets in the 20 current NBA, now is the time to do it. And the reason for that is because we're not going to be seeing these guys in packs anymore. At least, like the buyable MT packs. We're going to be seeing the 21 current guys. So, buying these guys now would be honestly the best option. Just because they're going to get rarer and rarer and rarer. If you remember, like, playing last year or even the year before. I don't know. I think last year was the first year that they did, like, an updated series. But if you remember last year, all the Series 1 guys, regardless, were super fucking expensive at the end of the year. Just because the only way you could really get those was by opening old packs in the token market and stuff. Not a lot of people did that, especially when it comes to like lights out packs and stuff. So definitely want to remember that. It's risky to invest in any of them for sure, but if you're going to invest in any, I recommend investing in silver and gold, guys. So as you can see, like, I'm keeping all my base packs from, you know, series 1 in my unopened pack storage until later when those cards become incredibly scarce, and then I'll start opening them up. Even that John Morant, like, I'm keeping around in case those become scarce. I don't know, like, am I going to make a bunch of MT by doing this? Probably not. Is it possible? Yeah, I guess. Might as well just keep them around until later anyway, especially when we get like another token market update and people are looking to like scramble to lock shit in again. That's usually when they go for the absolute most. But anyways, guys, it's been your boy Cheap Ludes. I hope this helped you make at least some sort of decisions, even though this video had basically no point to it. But yeah, if you're still here at the end of the video, man, jump in the comments with what you think of that whole James Harden trade, because I'm not an NBA YouTuber, but I definitely have some thoughts on it for sure. I'm interested. I think the Rockets came out pretty well on that. So check my description for all my stuff, and I'll be back tomorrow.